What's up, everybody? So I decided to record a video because I tried to do a Facebook Live and I couldn't, but I need my Facebook Live fixed. No, but I have so much stuff I want to share, really. And by the time I get home, my mind will be on something else and I won't remember to share this like this the way it's coming through now. So it's really important that I do so. So one of the things that's coming to mind, and this is not a new conversation. By the way, I'm in Cusco, and there's kind of like a little, there's a little strike going on out there, and it's a little loud, so just listen up. One of my friends, former clients, she wrote something online, and it said, it was something to the effect of masculine versus feminine, and her going into her feminine, but knowing that she needs to go more into her masculine for business. And I have this kind of issue with this whole conversation about masculinity and femininity and what that really means. And, you know, what I feel is that, yes, the energetics are there. Absolutely. And they're subtle. And I also feel that they are more labels to just keep women small, because I don't know about you, but me as a woman, I don't want to be called masculine. I cringe when people say, oh, but you're so masculine. Just because I kick ass in business and because I'm assertive and I know how to ask for what I want and stand in my power, don't pretend that I am too masculine. And I notice where women start having these judgments against themselves and start thinking, well, I'm being too masculine, or am I being too feminine? You see, you can be nurturing and you can nourish and love other people, and you can have a high level of compassion, and you can be totally a light worker and yet still not take any shit. This is something that people don't realize, some of them, right? And they say, well, I'm going to be in my feminine, so I'm just going to go on the beach, and I'm just going to be in my goddess all day, and I'm going to, wear my flowy dress and kind of float around and serve my man or whatever it is for them. But there are very subtle energetics in this, right? So to be feminine is to receive. Can you receive? Do you know how to receive love? Do you know how to receive, compliments, acknowledgments? Do you know how to receive and witness somebody else and just allow them to be? Do you know how to show up in life and just surrender to everything that's happening without trying to push? Yet still show up and be very clear on your intentions. Still show up and take consistent action every day to honor your potential and to love your potential and to pour love into you. So to me, the old paradigm of being a woman, what that means, is dying away. And it's causing a lot of conflict in relationships and just the dynamic of men and women coming together and the way that they are, showing up with one another. Because before, it was, women, you are here to serve your man and then serve your family and forget about you and your needs. You're not supposed to have needs outside of the house. And what's shifted now and what's been shifting is that women are waking up to understand that, hey, I have dreams too. I have potential too. I want to experience these things too. And why can't I? And what happens is, as women are more and more awakening to that, we may stop and judge ourselves like, oh my God, am I not, making enough, like baking enough breads at home, or cooking dinner enough, or doing enough crafts and Pinterest momming, and maybe that's not your thing. It's not my thing. My thing is like stepping out and changing the world, or the world, right? Because there's like 7 billion plus worlds. We're all living in different bubbles. But I know that's my mission, right? And of course I love my daughter, and of course I'm going to love my partner, but I also love something a little bit more, and that's my potential. So rather than pouring all of our everything and just giving of ourselves more than we even know how to give to ourselves, giving it to others, we're learning to now kind of shift it and say, how do I put that love back into me? And not in a selfish way, but how can I honor and love my potential so that I can help so many others? Because I'm here to do something greater than. So that's what I feel about it. So I say, why don't we quit labeling each other with all this nonsense, right? You can feel when you're shifting into energies, and if you feel like you need to work through that, do it, right? Because if you're a woman and you feel like you're being too masculine, let's just say you need to open your heart more. Let's not label it as you're being masculine, because what happens is women don't want to be called masculine. They don't like it. So what do? They shrink back down. They want to cover that. They want to stop it. They want to go back into their so-called feminine. What if we just said that maybe you want to soften a little bit? Maybe you want to soften a little bit. You want to learn to receive a little more. Get really clear on what it is that you're actually wanting to do, because it may be misconstrued when you're just saying, I want to go more into my feminine. What aspect of it? Let's not do these broad labels of masculine and femininity. We can, and you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But I say, as a collective, us females, can we quit calling other women masculine? Because it's not doing anything to serve all of us, right? There's other ways that we can do that. And I guess what it does take is it takes for us women to really get clear on what it even means before we go throwing these labels around, and get really clear on what it looks like for you to be in your so-called femininity and masculinity and whatever it is. There's so many facets to being a woman. And you know, my friend Annabelle, she, and you guys may see her, I share stuff, she and I have this conversation, and she works with a lot of this, you know, womanly stuff, right? Let's just say that, female power. And we were having this conversation, and it's just like, for women, there's so many things that encompass being a woman. You know, like, do you think there would ever be like women that were allowed to vote if everyone was in their feminine all the time? No. We'd all just been home cooking dinner for our husbands, and we would have never gone out to fight for that. Do you think that women would have equal pay, or like be going closer to that, if women were always in their so-called feminine? So let's stop shaming and like pushing people into places like that. I just don't like it. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So I'm going to leave it with this for now. I missed the conversation of Facebook Live. And for women, and let me share this too. One of my friends, we were all talking about this conversation, and I was like, I'm so sick of women who want me to shrink, telling me that I'm masculine, and I'm just sick of this shit. And they, one of my friends was like, you're not masculine, you're just a girl on fire. And a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. And I was like, hell yes. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off from here, but one more view, so check it. It's really beautiful out there. So let me know. I want to hear your take on this. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Have you been called masculine? And if you've been called masculine, are you a kick-ass businesswoman? Because if so, we got to stop this. At least in a way where it's like, you know, we should all just be in our feminine all the time. It's not one or the other, right? It's an integration. So that's my thing. I may piss off a lot of people, but you know what? It's my opinion. So I get to have it. And I know other people agree. Bye, guys.